Hayyakids. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي امري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام.
كيف حالكم؟
السلام.
الحمد لله.
طيب الحمد لله.
الحمد لله.
Okay, so as we all know, today it's Rahib's turn. He's going to be doing the story of Musa alayhi salam. But before he starts, I'll be doing the summary of our previous class. So the story in our last class was about Prophet Nuh alayhi salam, and that story was done by Rishail. So Prophet Nuh was a righteous man who was sent by Allah to warn the people to believe in Allah, or else they will be punished. So he preached them for more than 900 years, yet they still didn't believe. So, and they used to mock him and torture him. So in the end, Allah told Nuh alayhi salam to build a ship. After he built it, Allah told him that he was going to send a big flood that would destroy the disbelievers. So yeah, so he told Nuh alayhi salam to put all the believers and the animals and the bird in the ship when the flood starts. So disbelievers still did not believe in Allah. So those who did believe in Allah, they followed Nuh alayhi salam and went in the ship and survived at a mountain known as Mount Judi. So that was the story. The message I gave was be persistent on the cause of Allah, always stay firm on it. And the message Vishal gave, he gave two messages. First one was stay away from bad deeds, don't do bad deeds. Second message was, even if Allah has written something that doesn't make sense to you, if you think that this doesn't make sense, you should still obey it since it's the word of Allah. Allah knows best. How to apply this message in our life, always be patient no matter what, just like Nuh alayhi salam was. And he was patient for 900 years. He kept on preaching more than 900 years. And the message Zan gave was trust Allah's word patiently. Whatever he says, just be patient and listen to him, obey him. How to apply this message? Like if you're having a fight with someone, talk to them kindly and calmly. Be patient with them. The message Ayan gave was always obey Allah and His prophets and His books. And the message Anas gave was be patient and always spread the message of Allah. Always be persistent on Islam. Message Yusuf gave, Yusuf Anwar, he gave that never give up on the cause of Allah, always stay firm on it. Message Muhammad Hassan gave was people who believe in Allah will be rewarded and those who don't believe in Allah will be punished. Message Rahib gave, always be patient. Message Isa gave, don't make fun of other people, like just like the people the disbelievers used to make fun of Nuh alayhi salam. You shouldn't do that. Don't make fun. Don't mock people. The message Muhammad Musa gave was first one was no matter what your relationship is with the prophet, if you're like a mother or a son or whatever, but if you're a disbeliever, then you'll be punished. So that doesn't mean like if you're a son of a prophet, then that means like you can do whatever you do, but you'll still go to Jannah. But that it isn't that way. The second message he gave was don't mock others, even if you have the opportunity to do so. How to apply this in our life? So if there's someone who's in need of help in school or wherever, do not mock them, but help them. Message Haydar gave was always obey Allah since you can't live without him. So he's the reason you're alive. So yeah, these were the message and story. And now Rahib will be giving the story of Musa alayhi salam. Rahib, you can start.
Jazakallah khair, Osman. The story of Prophet Musa alayhi salam starts in a very weird way, according to me. The Prophet Yaqub and his children are treated like special guests because of Yusuf alayhi salam, due to their past. So during those hard times, there used to be hard times there. So due to those hard times, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, with his blessing, made the Banu Israel a bigger tribe. Then 400 years later, there was a new king, a new pharaoh, named Ramses, and he started to rule Egypt. So Ramses personally was a very terrible king, since Ramses had made idols for the people to worship. And then after a few days later, Ramses had a dream of a fire from Palestine that would burn all the Egyptian houses. but the tribes of Banu Israel would be safe. So then he asked his best advisors that what was the meaning of this dream. So some of the advisors had said that the meaning of this dream would be that there would be one kid, one boy that would save the whole Banu Israel, and then the Egyptian king realized that if this boy was going to come, it would kill him as well. So he started to kill every single kid in Banu Israel. Then his advisors told him that if he had killed every single kid, he would not get any more slaves due to old people were dying and new kids were being killed. So, Rames, the pharaoh, said that he would one year, would kill all of the kids, and the next year he would not kill any newborns. For the first year, he would kill all newborns. Second one, he would not kill any newborns. So, Prophet Musa alayhi salam's brother was born in Harun alayhi salam was born in the year which the pharaoh would not kill any of the Banu Israel. So his mother became very, very happy with this. But then 1 year later, in the year that it started to kill, Musa alayhi salam was born in that year. So the mother of Musa alayhi salam became very scared and took care of Musa alayhi salam in secret. So Allah inspires Musa alayhi salam's mother to put Musa alayhi salam in a basket. Then Musa alayhi salam's mother puts this basket in the Nile River. She had 100% faith in Allah, but yet she sent her daughter, like the instructions of Allah, she sent her daughter to take care, to watch where that basket would go. Allah led that basket to the back of the palace gate, the back of the pharaoh's palace gate. So then one servant found the basket and picked it up and gave it to the wife of the pharaoh. The wife of the pharaoh was religious. So when she saw the beautiful boy inside, she hugged him and then she said that this will be my daughter. She went to the king, the pharaoh, currently Rames, and she said to him not to kill this boy, for maybe he might be very beneficial for them later. So then the pharaoh accepts the queen's request. The queen asks her slaves to take care of her son, her new son, and feed him. But Musa alayhi salam does not accept milk from any of them. So then Musa alayhi salam's sister comes and says, "I know a woman who can take care of him." So the queen says that to bring this woman. Then Musa alayhi salam's mother comes. Musa alayhi salam's sister brings his mother, and then she feeds him. So the people asked that. The queen asked that, how is this possible? Then Musa alayhi salam's mother said that I have very, very sweet smelling hands and sweet smelling milk. No baby ever rejects me. With this, the king and the queen were satisfied. And one day, Musa alayhi salam got a hold of the pharaoh's beard and started to shake it very hard. And it was so hard that, in fact, the pharaoh got very scared of this, and his people did not like this action. And then they planned to kill him, since they thought he might be the one to kill them. So they put Musa to the test. In front of him was one very beautiful pearl and one burnt coal. He said that if he would touch the coal, he would spare his life. But if he was smart, he would touch the pearl. By Allah's will, he touched the coal. And then he started to cry. Now, some scholars say that because he touched the coal, he could not speak very well, because he put it in his mouth by accident. So he could not speak very well. While others say he was just born like this. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows the best. So then, after this, the pharaoh became very satisfied, and then he was raised in the palace. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him strength, gave him knowledge, and health, wisdom. He accidentally had killed a man who was beating an Israelite. So the news came to the Pharaoh, and then the Pharaoh thought that if this would happen, he would actually kill him. So then the one of the people of Banu Israel tell him to escape. So in fear of the people, Musa alayhi salam flees into the desert. After a very long journey, he reaches a well with two women that tell the Prophet that we are just two women who need water. So then the Prophet asked them that why aren't you going in front? So they said, we can't push men. Men are a lot stronger. That's why they're recommended for the job to water animals. So then Musa alayhi salam asked the woman, then why are you taking care of these animals? They replied that our father is very old. He does not have the strength to take care of these animals. Then Musa alayhi salam finds a rock, okay? But it was very big. That would require a melee of 10 people to move it, or even to even just move it. But Musa alayhi salam himself moves the whole rock, and then there's water in a very small stream. So he waters the animals, and then afterwards the animals are watered, and then he puts the rock back in its place. Meanwhile, the people are amazed, but still are watering their animals. Then the daughters arrive very early to their father, and they also surprise him. Their father asks, "How did you come this early?" The daughters reply that there was a man. He was so strong, he moved a very big rock, so they could water their animals. Then he moved the rock back in place, which was Musa alayhi salam. So then he asks his daughters to invite Musa alayhi salam. Musa alayhi salam accepts his invitation, and then comes to the father of the two daughters. So then afterwards, the father of the two daughters asks the Musa alayhi salam to marry one of his daughters. Then after he would marry one of his daughters, work for him at least for 1 year. But if he wanted to make him happy, work for at least 10 years. So Musa alayhi salam worked for 10 long years, and then finally, by some sudden movement, just decides to go to Medina. Decides to move to Egypt again. So the Prophet alayhi salam, the Prophet without any preparations is going, and his wife joins him. So later on they get lost, but Allah is the best of planners. So Allah makes Musa alayhi salam go up to Jabal Tur, Mount Tur. Then Musa alayhi salam sees a fire. So he comes close to the fire, and then he hears a voice. That voice was none other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's own voice. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that tells Musa alayhi salam that it was a good choice for him to move to Egypt, and he should guide the people of Egypt. Musa alayhi salam informs Allah that he is very scared and he had accidentally killed an Egyptian person, and the penalty is death. Surely, but verily, Allah already knows this knowledge. So Allah tells Musa alayhi salam to take his stick that he was holding in his right hand and throw it on the ground with force. Musa alayhi salam does as he was told, and by a miracle, the stick turns into a snake. Musa alayhi salam becomes very scared and starts to run away. But Allah calls after Musa alayhi salam and tells him not to worry, just hold the snake again. Musa alayhi salam approaches the snake and then holds it again. And by a miracle, the snake becomes nothing more than a stick. Then Musa alayhi salam is told to spit on his right hand. When he spits on it, it becomes very white and shiny. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells him, now go back to Egypt. So then he and his wife go back to Egypt, and there he finds his relatives. he meets Harun alayhi salam, his brother, and then he takes Harun alayhi salam close to, you could say, the river, the Nile River. So now they're discussing what to do. Then Allah tells both of them to go to the palace and tell the pharaoh that he should worship none other than only Allah. So then they both go, and then they tell the prophet that he should he should always he should only they tell the pharaoh that he should only worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The pharaoh did not accept this, and then the Musa alayhi salam shows him the miracles that Allah told him to do. First, he threw his stick on the ground with great force, and by a miracle, his stick becomes a snake. And like this, the pharaoh is very scared, but pretends he's not scared at all. Then Musa alayhi salam spits on his right hand again. It becomes very white and shiny. Then the Musa alayhi salam and the pharaoh have a long talk, and then finally the pharaoh says that I challenge you. I'm going to bring some of my magicians against you. If you can prove that you are a prophet, prove to me you are a prophet over there. So then the prophet Musa alayhi salam says, "Okay, I accept this challenge." A few days pass. Then finally, it's the day of the challenge. There is a speech that the pharaoh says that I have brought 70 of my magicians. At least that's the reference given in the Quran. I have brought 70 of my magicians versus one person. He claims that he is a prophet. So they all throw their sticks, and because of magic, they become snakes. And then Musa alayhi salam throws his stick. It becomes a big snake, bigger than all of them, and eats all of the snakes one by one. And then soon he holds the snake, and all of them become sticks. And then all of them are very scared, and they realize finally that it was Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's miracle, and he really was a prophet. The prophet before this event had told them to be truthful, and so that they had to admit that he was a prophet. But the magicians still did not admit, and they called another request, another challenge. So the prophet did not like this action, and they were sent to death. They had to pay their cost. So after a few days from that event, the pharaoh was very upset from losing. So he plotted to kill him now, since he was now in the city. So Allah sent 3 punishments to them, and Musa alayhi salam requested Allah to stop all these 3 punishments. He sent the first punishment. The people requested Musa alayhi salam to stop this punishment. Musa alayhi salam told him that if he would stop the punishment, would they be believers? They all said yes. Then only you could say a quarter were believers, and almost all of them were not. The same thing happened for the 3 times. Then Allah tells the Prophet Musa alayhi salam to flee to the Nile River, and there he would show all the believers a massive miracle. So then he brings all his believers, and he goes to the Nile River. Meanwhile, the Pharaoh is chasing him. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells Musa alayhi salam to part the sea with his stick. So Musa alayhi salam hits the ground hard with his stick, and by a miracle, the sea parted and gives him a way to move. So quickly, all the believers crossed this way and got to the other side, but the path was still open. So the Pharaoh said, "See, the sea has now opened for me. Like I said, I am a god. So the sea has opened for me. Let's go kill these people." So just halfway, the sea starts to collapse, and then when he's collapsing, he says, "Now I have turned Muslim." He starts to eat shahada, but before he can finish, the water kills him. So the way the story ends is so the story goes for a very, very long time. So the way the story ends is that Allah, so Musa alayhi salam saved his people. people through a great miracle that Allah showed. So the reference I got from this story here, the two ayahs, I'm going to be using different. I can't use what do you call a website. I'm going to be using different types of stuff. So the first one is Surah Al-Baqarah, ayah number 49. وَإِذْ نَجَّيْنَاكُمْ مِنْ آلِ فِرْعَوْنَ يَسُومُونَكُمْ سُوَاءَ الْعَذَابِ يذبحون أبناءكم ويستحيون نساءكم وفي ذلكم بلاء من ربكم عظيم. And remember when we delivered you from Pharaoh's or the Pharaoh's people who were affecting you with a horrible torture, killing your son and sparing your woman. And then was a mighty trial from your Lord. And it was Allah that Musa alayhi salam will be born in these difficult circumstances. And his mother kept his birth secret. Then Allah says, وَأَوْحَيْنَا إِلَى أُمِّ مُوسَى أن أرضعيه فإذا خفت عليه فألقيه في اليم ولا تخافي ولا تحزني إنا ردوه إليك وجاعله من المرسلين. We inspired the mother of Musa, saying, suckle him, Musa alayhi salam, but when you fear for him, then cast him into a river, and fear not, nor grieve. Verily, we shall bring him back to you, and shall make him one of our messengers. This ayah is in Surah in Surah Al-Qassas, ayah number 7. So the moral I got from the story is that the lesson I got from the story is that the way Musa alayhi salam had always believed in Allah. Allah is the best of planners. Like Allah had planned for Musa, his mother. So Allah is the best of planners from all people. So anyone who is ready can raise their hands. Muhammad Hassan Saqib.
My lesson from the story is that that anything that is given to you is given by Allah.
That's correct. Anything that is given to you is given by Allah. And Yusuf. Next we have
My lesson from the story is that Allah, like for example, you should always the lesson I learned from the story is that you should never fear other people. You can only fear Allah, and also that you should Allah is always with you, because the time when he killed one of the Egyptians by accident to save the Bani Israel, if he didn't have faith in Allah, then he could have just died. But since Allah is always with you, Allah can plan everything. So he found a way to escape.
Yeah, that is true. Allah also planned for this. So next we have Anas.
Yes, the lesson I got from the story is that you should always have trust in Allah, and if Allah tells you to do something, you should always do it.
Yeah, that's true. When Allah gives you an order, you have to do it. Yusuf? Just to be clear, Yusuf.
My lesson from the story was that when Musa alayhi salam was when the Red Sea was in front of him and behind him was Pharaoh's army, he still didn't give up. He still had faith in Allah, and Allah made a miracle in which the sea parted.
Yes, you should always believe in Allah. Never give up your faith. Next we have Rashal.
Yeah. So the lesson which I have learned from this story is that no matter how many trials Allah makes you go through, in the end you will be successful. Just like how Musa alayhi salam was put through many trials. He was about to be killed when he was just a baby. He was forced to leave Egypt, otherwise he was going to be killed. And he even had a talking disability. But in the end, he led the Bani Israel and was a great prophet and leader.
Yes, that is true. Allah has saved him. So next we have Osman.
Yeah, so my message is that no sin is unforgivable. So like if you do like a big sin, like something haram, but then ask for forgiveness from the bottom of your heart, then you'll be safe. So just like Musa alayhi salam, he killed the Egyptian man, but then he asked forgiveness from Allah, and then Allah forgave him.
That's true. Next we have Ayan.
Yeah, so my lesson is kind of opposite from Usman, but it's fine. Because like Pharaoh or the Pharaoh, at the end when he was about to die in the middle of the sea, he suddenly said the Shahada right at the end of his life. And Allah didn't forgive him because he said that you have had many chances, so why are you doing it now? So the message is to take your chance when you get it and don't because he did it only because he was dying. And then he realized that Islam is the real religion.
Yeah, he only did it
Can I
temporarily.
add something to Ayan? Because
Okay, sure.
when like Allah, he was actually going to forgive Pharaoh because like when he was drowning, he started saying La ilaha illallah and so, but he never meant it. So Jibril, the angel Jibril, he put mud in Pharaoh's mouth, so he couldn't say La ilaha illallah because he knew that Pharaoh he didn't mean it, and he was still he was gonna be on his journey to kill Musa alayhi salam. So he put mud in his mouth.
He actually did not mean it, yeah. Okay, so next we have Zayan.
Yeah, okay, the moral I got from the story is that enjoy your faith in Allah and be patient since Musa alayhi salam was scared from all the threats, but still he had faith in Allah. So Allah will always help you.
Yeah, you should always be strong in your faith. Now next we have Muhammad Mesab.
So I got three lessons from this story. The first one is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Al-Qahhar al-Aziz, as he raised Musa alayhi salam in the house of Pharaoh and Haman, who were actually plotting against him and were killing every male child of Bani Israel so that the Musa alayhi salam won't be. Musa alayhi salam cannot be born. But Musa alayhi salam was raised in their house only. My second lesson is that you should always help others. Like Musa alayhi salam helped the daughters of Shoaib alayhi salam, and then he took care of the sheep of Shoaib alayhi salam for 10 years. Then he got you will get the reward if you help others. At the end, Musa alayhi salam got a pious wife as the reward. And third is that you should not be stubborn. Stubbornness can lead to disasters. Like Musa alayhi salam was sent to the Egyptians, to the Pharaoh with nine with nine with nine messages, with nine proofs, but Pharaoh, the people of Pharaoh, Egyptians, they refused it. At the end, they were drowned in the Red Sea. So you should not be stubborn.
That's true. You should never be stubborn. Next we have Haider.
My lesson my lesson was that you should always ask for forgiveness before when you have the chance and not wait at the last moment.
Yes, that's correct. So anyone want to tell us how we can apply this in our daily lives? How we can apply these messages in our daily lives? Okay, Anas.
That you should always be patient and have trust in Allah.
Yeah, you should always be patient. That's true. Next we have Usman.
Yeah, like if you do something really bad, and then if you do something really bad or harm, you can always just ask for forgiveness from Allah and promise never to do that sin ever again.
Yeah, always repent after a sin. Next we have Zian.
Yeah, okay, so mine is similar to Usman, but like the same. Iblis is always there. It's like he tells you that you're doing such bad sins, Allah will never forgive you. But still, it's just wrong, because if Allah gave you a chance to forgive him and then you deny, then it won't be possible. But if you promise to Allah that you won't do it again, then anything is possible with Allah's faith.
Okay, next Rishal.
Then Allah.
Yeah.
That was
How I can put this in my daily life is that no matter how bad of a sin you commit, if you repent to Allah, you'll be forgiven, unless it's shirk. Because Musa alayhi salam, he literally killed someone, but he was still forgiven.
Okay. Yeah, that is true. Okay, so Usman, you can continue now.
Yeah, mashallah, Rahib, that was a very nice class, very nice story. Jazakallah khair. I liked your ayahs and story and messages. Thank you so much. Jazakallah khair. Anybody have any questions?
No.
No.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
I have one
So,
feedback.
Yeah, okay, sure.
To make students always turn on the cameras.
Yeah, thank you, Rahib. Yeah, now just gonna do a quick survey. I'm gonna send you a link, and it's just gonna be one question. It's not a test.
Let me guess, how can we improve the Hayyakids class?
No, it's not that. Wait. I think you're gonna have to copy paste it.
Oh wait, guys, I'm going to send the proper link. Just give me a second. Wait, hang on. Oh wait, now you have to add HTTPS. Wait a minute.
Usman, the poll is locked, it says.
1 second. I unlocked it.
Yeah, a few is there.
Yeah, you can just go on the link. And you can choose as many options as you want, whatever you think is relevant to today's class. So these are just like which of the virtues of a good human or Muslim are demonstrated in today's class. So you can tell us, like, in this story, was there courage, patience, faith, whichever ones there were, you can just tell me.
I chose always keeping hope from Allah, not being hopeless.
You can do more than one if you want.
Okay.
Julia, have any other think are being used?
Bro, I did like so many.
You can scroll and go down and see.
If I'm done, can I just close the tab?
No, just keep it open.
Oh, okay. Just asking.
In the middle of my choosing, it said waiting for Usman Ahmed's presentation to begin.
Now can you see?
Yeah, now I can.
Okay.
I can't click any of them. It's not working.
How many did you click?
I clicked. I don't remember how many I clicked though, but every
Try
time I start
refreshing.
to. Yeah, it says poll is full. The poll has received the maximum number of responses allowed.
Oh, okay. So I guess, yeah, I think this is some setting we have to change. But I hope everybody got to choose one. At least
Yeah.
one or two. Yeah. So yeah, we just wanted to I wanted to have your opinion. So which one do you think were used? So some people said courage, some people said patience, some people said faith and strong belief, some people said kindness, some said always keeping hope from Allah, like not being hopeless, and some said persistence, forgiveness, discipline, generosity, thankfulness, being thankful to Allah, honesty, modesty, and yeah. So that's now we're just gonna be doing this every class, after every class. So everybody can vote and say which one do you think is being used. Now let me stop share screening. Yeah. So today was our 7th class. It was first class of week 3. We had Rahib with story of Musa alayhi salam. Next we have Zayan, inshallah on Tuesday. Zayan is gonna be doing story of Ibrahim alayhi salam. And then we have Muhammad Mirsab doing the story of Adam alayhi salam. So you two can start preparing. And then next week 4, we have Anas with story of Lut alayhi salam, Haydar with story of Yunus alayhi salam, Hassan with story of Sulayman alayhi salam, and Muhammad Yusuf Qur'an with story of Luqman alayhi salam. And yeah, just want to let you guys know. So Jazakallah khair, thank you all for coming. Hope to see you next class. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. مع السلامة.
مع السلامة.
السلامة.
Allah Hafiz.
مع السلامة.
Okay, bye.